Just a bit more QBatt chat. So we had the QBatt prototype device which you saw earlier, and you also saw that driving the 16x2 LCD. Well, it occurred to me that the IMA boost device is a virtually identical circuit to this one. So I dug out an IMA boost printed circuit board, and I have got quite a few of these left, and they fit very nicely into this these little boxes. They're all designed to fit straight into these, so these work very well. That goes in that way. That's it. So yes, a little Hammond box, and two holes on the front, and you have the LED and the switch. So this is a standard IMA boost printed circuit board designed for the IMA boost function. You see it's got two pots on here. Now, I've omitted those from the one for the QBatt device. Everything else is the same apart from one resistor R3, which I've changed to a 1K resistor. So R3 is now 1K, but everything else is the same, and you don't need to fit the two pots. So if you build yourself a little IMA boost to that spec, then you end up with this. So this is an IMA boost built to the specs I've just mentioned. So you'll see the two pots are missing, and I've changed the R3 there to the 1K. So these are just connections, so this is positive and this is negative in. If you want to connect to the LCD, you can do, and it goes on these pins here. So if I wanted to connect the LCD for testing purposes, then I can do that. Okay, and you could also use these are like a plus and a minus and a signal. I think it's actually this first one here. So if you wanted plus, minus, and LCD, you could actually wire it into there rather than using the pins as the connection point. So that's the LCD. So that's the IMA boost, repurposed to a QBatt adjuster. So this is the one with the set levels. So basically what happens is when you turn it on, the level is stored between drives. So what happens when you turn it on, the light will be green, and that's the OEM pass-through mode. So that means that the QBatt value is just passed straight through with no changes. If you press it once, the LED will change red, and that will be the sort of like high state of charge mode, where assist is permitted but no regen is permitted at all. So that's the high state of charge mode. So you get lots of assist but no regen at all. Press it the second time, the LED will still be red, but that will be the like 75% state of charge mode. So that means full assist and full regen are permitted, braking and coasting regen, etc. But you won't get any background regen, so that's a useful mode. And then press it again, and that gives it like a 50% state of charge. That means that full assist and regen are permitted, or will be working, but the car will also go into background charge mode when the engine load permits. So this is not like the forced charging. This is the normal sort of background charging that would happen when the state of charge starts to get low. And if you press it once more, you get to the final mode for now. We might need to add some more, which is the sort of like 20% state of charge, which means assist will be disabled and auto stop, etc. And you'll just get the forced regen, and you can have the forced regen at tick over as well, and you can't do anything else apart from regen. Press it once more and it will go back to the green LED and back to the OEM mode. So it just cycles around basically like 5 modes, and you just keep pressing it until you get to the mode you want. So whenever the LED is green, I mean it's this OEM pass through, and then you've got 4 red modes: the full state of charge, the 75% state of charge, the 50% state of charge, and the 20% state of charge. And then the functionality, well, the ECM reaction to that is as I've described. If you want to have the LCD connected, you can, but obviously that's not obligatory. I won't bother once I've finished my testing. And it just fits inside this little box here. So in fact, I'll just put this one in here. So you get that, looks like that, and you just got your little push button on the front. So that's a nice little unit. So I have got some of these printed circuit boards if you want to make yourself a nice neat one that fits in a box, and then you just put a double-sided tape on the back of this, and you can stick it onto your dashboard or do whatever you want and just press the buttons. So well, I'll just power it up just for the sake of it. Let me just see which is pin 1. Can't see very well. I haven't got my glasses there. Well, my glasses are not very good. I think it's this one. Can't see a thing. Oh yeah, pin 1 is this end, so I'll just put my positive onto there, my negative onto there for my 5 volt supply, So you've probably seen now the green LED is on, and if I press the button once, it'll go red. Twice, red again, 3 times, 4 times, and I press it once more, it goes back to green. So there's the sort of 5 modes that you get with the QBatt. Now obviously we could add another mode to this if we wanted to, have as many modes as we like, but it really depends on what the state of charge impact that has on the ECM and its sort of functionality and its behaviour. So at the moment we've basically narrowed it down to like 4 or 5 different levels, which is the ones that we've described, so, and the behaviour as described. So I'm going to test this a bit in a few minutes and we'll go from there. Oh, as far as the inputs and outputs are concerned, I'll detail those in due course, but you can see where the positive and the negative connect, and it's just a question of 2 of these other pins here, but I can't remember which ones off the top of my head. I'll just check the schematic in a minute for that.